Thomas grew up in a home without sound. His parents were deaf, his sister too. The world he knew moved in gestures, expressions, and long silences. At school, he struggled. He wasn't loud, he wasn't fast, but he drew, always, on napkins, desks, even his arms. He said what he felt with colors instead of words. Teachers told him art was a hobby, not a path. He believed them. He studied accounting, got a job, paid bills. But at night, he painted. Not for money, not for anyone, just to breathe. Years later, his sister visited. She saw the canvases stacked in his closet. Tears filled her eyes. She signed, "The world needs this." She shared one piece online. Within weeks, galleries called. He had his first exhibition at 39. Crowds stood in silence, staring at paintings that spoke of quiet strength. Now he paints full-time, not for fame, not to prove anyone wrong, but to show that even in silence there is a voice. And sometimes the loudest truths are spoken with a brush. Claire hiked alone, always. She wasn't escaping anyone. She was searching for space, for stillness, for answers. At 45, after a messy divorce and a layoff, she packed a backpack and disappeared into the mountains. No phone, no plans, just boots and breath. Each night, she wrote letters she never meant to send. To her parents, her ex, her younger self, some angry, some full of love. She burned most in campfires, but one letter she kept. It began, "Dear me, I'm proud of you." By day she climbed, slipped, got bruised, but she also smiled, truly smiled, for the first time in years. When she returned, she wasn't the same, not healed, but different. She started a blog, shared her hikes, shared her words. People wrote back, thousands, not asking for directions, but asking how to begin their own journey. Now Claire leads wilderness retreats, teaches people how to walk into the unknown, and reminds them that sometimes the letter you most need to read is the one you write to yourself. Every morning, Sam sat on the same bench outside the bakery. He was old, wore the same hat, drank black coffee. He never asked for anything, just smiled and nodded. Kids called him the quiet grandpa. One day, the bakery owner gave him a cinnamon roll. No charge. Sam smiled wider. "Thank you." They began chatting. Just a little. A story here, a joke there. Over time, more people joined him. A student, a nurse, a mailman. The bench became a ritual. Years passed. Sam aged. Slower steps, longer rests. Then one morning, he wasn't there. For the first time in years, the bench was empty. The town noticed. The bakery left out a roll, just in case. A week later, a letter arrived. From Sam's daughter. He had passed peacefully, but he left a request. "Please keep the bench open. Let it be a place for someone else to be seen." Now, the bench has a plaque. For Sam, who reminded us that presence is a gift. And every morning, someone new takes a seat and is never alone for long. At 8 years old, Leo got a toy robot for his birthday. He loved it, slept with it, took it to school. One day, it fell, snapped in two. He cried for hours. His mom said, "Let's throw it away." Leo shook his head. He opened it up, saw wires and screws. He didn't know what anything did, but he tried anyway, watched videos, asked questions. It took weeks. He soldered his first wire at 9. At 10, he fixed neighbors' toys. At 12, he built his own. He joined competitions, lost, improved. By 16, he created a robotic hand for a classmate born without one. It worked. The boy cried. Leo cried too. Now Leo studies engineering, not because of school, but because of a broken robot. It taught him that failure isn't an end. It's an invitation to understand. And that curiosity, when nurtured, becomes power. All because he didn't give up on something everyone else thought was junk.